Yo, what's good? Is your boy Ballistic? We back at it playing chess again. Uh, I know it's been like a really long time since I made a video. That's because you know, making videos kind of difficult. Like talking in a game and trying to win a game at the same time is a little difficult to get the hang of. Because I don't really do it commonly. But anyhow, so since I've last made a video, I have lost and won a good few games. Like I went on this amazing winning streak on April 2nd. That was 2 days ago. That was what day that would be? That would be today is Saturday, Friday. That would be Thursday. Thursday I went on an amazing winning streak, and then April 3rd wasn't as hot. I lost 1 game, 2 game, 3, 4 games. I lost 4 games on April 3rd. I still won. How much? How much did I win? One, two, three. I won three, so it wasn't so bad, but nonetheless, we're gonna play and we're gonna see what happens. Now, I can't remember which video I did where I experimented with the King's Gambit, but that has been my main opening with white ever since I made that video because I really like the position that they get with white. And like nobody at this level knows how to defeat King's Gambit. And then when opponent plays like okay, so like when I have the black pieces and the opponent plays e4. I used to play the Scandinavian mostly, but now these days I play e5 and knight, knight f3, knight c6, and that's what I play. So yeah, a few things have been changing, but nonetheless, I've still been getting better at the game, and I'm still keeping my rating points. So what you gonna do? Let's start a new game. Okay, so in this game I have the white pieces. I hope you can hear the audio on the website itself. e4, e5, and f4. This is the King's Gambit. This is mostly what I play nowadays. I just really love it. I like this guy's profile picture, by the way. This was Stickman Warriors back in the day. I don't know if that game's still around. Yeah. Ooh. So he plays this move already, which it might be a little early to play a move like that. Might be a little early to play a move like that, because then just play that move, and the queen has to go back. So anyhow, develop knight to f3. I don't really care that the queen there. In fact, actually, we're gonna threaten it again. Okay, so this is already an interesting position that I don't get into often with this move. I don't see a reason not to take back. He takes the queen. Of course he does. And I will now defend with the knight. And the queen can't attack anything here, to my knowledge. Okay, so I'm thinking about hitting this queen again. But if I do that, he has this check, and I don't like that. So we're gonna defend the pawn, put the bishop here. I don't usually put the bishop here in King's Gambit games, but can't be that bad. And he pinned the knight somewhat, if that makes sense. But do I not just have like one takes here? No, because then I would come and check. Okay, so I shouldn't do that. Let's castle instead. If he gives a check, we just move to the side. Okay, so he takes. Which pawn do I take back with? I'm thinking. What am I thinking? I'm thinking this pawn because then we could do this. And that would be pretty juicy. Okay. Now I really don't like this queen at all. And I'm also looking to hit that square because why not? So get out of here is what I'm saying. And if he does that, we could push the pawn and attack the knight. But the knight, ooh, the knight doesn't have good squares actually. The knight doesn't really have good squares. He has this square. No, he doesn't have that square. Push the pawn, and he'll probably just have to go back here. That's a mistake. Right? And we won by resignation. So that's just how deadly King's Gambit could be. I was in a position that honestly I have not really faced before. Because you see, what usually happens here is that they don't play Queen H4 check on the second move. What usually happens is that they take this pawn. That allows you to play the knight here and protect against this queen check. But and the reason they can't play, well, okay. So if they take here and they do this, obviously they can't play this move, right? Because then the knight would take. But the reason they get away with it here is because obviously I didn't bring the knight out. G3. But then you might ask yourself, let's see, I did this move, and then he took. And instead of playing the knight out here, I did another development move. Can't I just do G3 here? But that's the thing, you can't do G3 there. Because then the pawn would just take. And that would be really bad for you. So, yeah. And then this on the attack, and it's no fun. This on the attack, yeah. So that's the difference really. Hopefully that makes sense. Which is why, sorry, this move is very critical. But yeah, Queen H4 check, this does not work here because C3 is available. This pawn is not attacking the pawn right now. Queen will have to move back. Okay, that was relatively short, so we're going to play another game. I don't mind if I lose, as long as I'm making content. That's all that matters. Okay, we're playing a creator from, a player from South Africa. He plays E4. I'm used to playing D5, but I'm playing E5 nowadays. Okay, so this is the early queen attack. If I play this pawn move here, I can't do that actually because the pawn is pinned. If I attack the queen this way, what happens? He could probably take back the pawn. So what's the move here? The move is not this, because then he checks and he takes the queen, the rook, sorry. And would this move work? Yeah, maybe. I don't see why knight f6 wouldn't work. But I'm gonna do something more creative and play the queen out, like right here. Like when you bring on the queen, fight with the queen, you know. Keep it even. All right, so he plays that move. So this is now being defended twice. I don't really want to put a pawn here anymore. So instead, what I am going to do is I'm going to attack this queen. He has to move the queen, right? Okay, so now this is being defended 3 times technically. So that's even worse. Interesting. Very interesting. I don't want to play this move because that will block in the queen and the bishop. So instead we're going to play, what are we going to do, boy? It's a difficult one. Should I play this game this way? We're gonna roll with it. I'm gonna do this move, develop the bishop this way. He attacks my queen, but I don't see why I can't just take here. Right? f1. He defends. Now what? What do I have? Already I'm noticing the weaknesses around this king. I'm thinking just something like push the pawn here, make him take, threaten him. Or is that too quick, too soon? I don't know. I could this pawn is weak, I could attack it, but he will just defend it. So anyhow, I run a low on time just thinking about it. So I'm gonna do that. If he pushes the pawn, we just take. If he does something like this to try and complicate things, we again we just take. I could even take this way, but I don't want to. Okay, so he develops the knight here for some reason. I'm not sure what he's trying to go for. Let's see. What could he be trying to go for? He can go to this square. That's about it. And he'll be checking in. He'll be threatening checkmate there, which is Oh shit! I meant to remove this square by playing this move, but I forgot. All right, so well, nothing can come here. Fine with that. He doing this kind of thing in the middle of the board, which if you want to do that, that's fine. Now the purple squares around this king weak. The dark squares, sorry, what you call them. So already I'm thinking, check, bishop here, take the pawn, you know. It's a nice idea. I think it's a nice idea. If it backfire in my face, what I gotta do? Take the pawn. You don't really have much here. Alright, so what's our follow-up? Already I'm thinking to take back this pawn. That might be too soon. That might be too soon. Hmm. Time is wasting. I'm just gonna take the pawn. We'll think about the complications later. And we're gonna develop the knight. How are we gonna do this? Gonna put the bishop right here. And if it does something like this, just castle. Actually, do we want to castle on that side? Look how everything coming here, no? Nah, that's not a good idea, I think. But at the same time, I mash up my pawn structure over here. So this is difficult. This is a difficult wall. So I'm gonna take this pawn, and there's a double threat on this piece. Aha! So we already have something. Queen has to move. Queen is under attack. Right. So what are we thinking here? Can we do that? No, I don't think so. Instead, we are just going to develop the knight here. I don't think the queen is trapped necessarily. If you want to trade pieces, you could trade pieces, you know. I'm not really satisfied with my king's safety though. That's the only thing. So we are going to what are we gonna do? We're gonna castle this way. Now I don't really like this because the pawn structure is very shitty on this side, but at the same time, everything looking over here, and I don't like that. So we're gonna move over here instead. If he takes, we take back with the queen. We don't really think about it too hard. If he pushes this pawn, I mean, I don't know. Take with the pawn. This is not a bad position, from what I can tell. Again, I'm only at 867 EVO, but as I said, from what I can tell, it's a pretty good position. He attacks my queen. Do I have any square I can return to? Okay, this is actually trickier than I thought. I thought my queen was safer than this. I thought my queen was safer than this. I'm just gonna go here. If it does something like this, I go back here, and maybe we could trade. Yeah, but this move was really good. Oh, and removes the defense of the bishop. That's clever. That is really clever, bro. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now we kinda even. He's gonna take his pawn next. Oh, that's really bad actually. If he takes that pawn there's because there's that bishop staring down there, that would have been real problems. So anyhow, could have been a lot worse. Now he has to move the rook out, or otherwise I just take it. Alright, now he's trying to get material. To this I have to say, fuck you. respectfully. But oh, the bishop could take. My goodness, I just embarrassed myself. I'm gonna lose this game now. Okay, well, what can we do here? There's very little I can do here, honestly. First order, we just pushing this pawn here. Check and move here. That's the only move I have, really. Now you're moving his knight in. Mm-hmm. Gosh, man, I lost this game. It was going good. Don't know what to say again. Alright, well, I think it's safe to say we lost here. Doesn't mean we're not gonna try to make a comeback. I literally have 1 minute on the clock. I'm down 5 pieces, but we're gonna try to do something here. Might be impossible. We're gonna try. Mm-hmm. Move the king forward. Move the king forward. The only pawn I really have to try and do something with it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is tragic actually. I don't have much moves. I seriously don't have much moves here. Take this pawn. Uh, that could be very deadly. We don't really care. Now we're taking this pawn. Okay, well, that sure was a game. I think my main mistake, if I had to retrace where my blunder was, like without using analysis. Right, so here I should have just taken the bishop and then like move the queen back to safety. But instead, I castled and that led to him attacking queen. I had to move the queen and then he took the bishop. And I mean, I traded the queens after and I let the rook infiltrate. I feel like if I had to play this position again, where he took the bishop, what I would do is I'd probably push this pawn. And I mean, that's probably not super good because he'll just take the knight. But at the same time, I could at least do this. You know, I'm still somewhat losing, but I wouldn't have the rook crashing down here. Alright, well, that's how that game went. Honestly, I'm having a good. I, I've been able to actually talk better than I usually do in these videos, so I'm gonna play another game. Simply because I'm having fun. Alright, with now my opponent. Okay, so he plays e4, e5 again. Knight f, knight f3. Attacking my pawn. I'll defend it. Now that's the Italian game. Alright, we all know this move. So already I'm thinking, what am I thinking? The Rousseau Gambit. I just like taking this pawn off the center. That's all there is to it. I'll admit that I'm not like super versed in these positions or anything, but ooh shit, he made a blunder there, right? And he thinks I'm not going to move my queen or something, but I am. And then I'm gonna take his pawn. Then I'm gonna take this pawn. And I'm gonna check. And what am I gonna do next? What am I gonna do next? Alright, I'm taking take the bishop. And then do I just sack the fucking queen? Uh I'm thinking no. I'm thinking no. We don't sack the queen. We deliver checkmate. We deliver checkmate on g4. Yeah, that's right. I think that's what we should do in that position. Alright, well, it's been nice playing chess. Hope you enjoyed watching, and see you guys for the next video. Take care.